guys. So I just wanted to do this quick update. I'm in a different place. This is why I haven't put a video up in a while and I haven't been on the website in a while. We moved to a different town and a smaller place, and so there was just a lot that went into packing and getting rid of a lot of things and moving. And so we've been settled in here now for 3 weeks, almost a month. So anyway, we also were moving while also trying to do homeschooling. So I wanted to do a quick review on the Oak Meadow third quarter or third trimester, however they call it in your book, for first grade. So this is my book. If you haven't seen the other reviews, I've done a review for the winter and the fall and the winter, and this is spring. And I'm just going to be honest, because we had a lot going on with moving and just being outside and things like that, it was a really weak quarter, really weak trimester for us, because you were done with the word families, right? And once we finished the word families, each week in this book, which is 2005, it's an older version, so I can't say what the newer versions are like, but for the older versions, it just starts doing sounds like CL, BR, CK, all. So you've already done the vowels and you've done the word families. I'll do an example here. For like lesson 30, it says do GR as in growl, PL as in plan, and that's it for the week. And then you'll be doing things in the lesson book, in the MLB with it. And then continue reading, and then write down a few sentences about bedtime stories, and then it goes into exercising. And so the language arts is just focusing on reading at this point. You've already gone through the little booklet. Now you're supposed to be reading the books that come with it. I think it's Mouse Tales, Frog and Toad, Little Bear, things like that. Now obviously my daughter's not reading that. She just finished the word family, so we're reading that to her. And so really what I did instead of this, I'll tell you in a little bit. But so what we did is we went through the word families and we really took our time and practiced it. And I just pieced together the rest. The rest is very like the other ones have been. Obviously, if you've been following my reviews, we are not using Oak Meadow math. We're using a Math-U-See. So I don't follow the Oak Meadow math. I do the science and I do the social studies. And that was just based on nature. And we were already through the winter. Whenever we would have a story about an animal, we would do an animal study for the week. So we just kept doing that. Or if it was about a plant or an ecosystem or something like that, we did that. And then we also did a unit study on Niagara Falls, because we went to Niagara Falls, Niagara Falls, Ontario. We went there in May. And so that was like kind of our big family trip for the end of the school year. And so we did a whole unit study on that. So that took a lot of time because we got books from the library. And so we did science, social studies, reading, not math, but science, social studies, and reading, all surrounding the Niagara Falls. So that took a lot of it as well. And then exercising, we did our normal exercises and then what also is in the book. So I used the syllabus, I used this book heavily in fall, and I used it heavily in winter, and then I used it a lot lighter in spring. And that was simply because it was focused on reading, getting your child to read, right? Because Oak Meadow first grade at that last quarter, that last trimester, is about reading. And the reason why I'm saying both is because I think in the older books it goes by quarters. So it says the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter is summer, which you take off in a sense. But in the newer old Oak Meadow books, I believe they're just trimesters: fall, winter, spring. So we are done with this book. And I'm very glad that we are done with this book, It is June, but that doesn't mean we're done with schooling. I'll do that later. If you're a schooling through the summer or not person, we can talk about that in another video. But what's my overall thoughts on this? I really liked it. I loved the fall. I loved having the chalkboard and writing up all of the letters with the fairy tales and doing the story time, or not story times, doing the circle times and everything, and really setting up that rhythm with my first grader and my little 4-year-old. At the time she was 4, now she's 5, would get involved with it too. I loved that. It was so great. And the winter, I really liked being able to focus on reading with the Word Families book. Love the Word Families book. I think it's awesome. It's a great first reader, especially for my first grader who isn't super excited about reading. Really, she's not. She loves her math. She's not super excited about reading, but she does it, and I think it was just perfect for her. And now we are moving on to actual reading. So it is the end of June now, and we're still practicing reading, and we're going to continue to read because you don't stop reading in the summer as anyone, right? We read all year long. So we're going to keep reading. We haven't touched any main lesson books this summer. We're not going to touch any of those. We are still doing some math. Wait, now I'm getting into stuff that I'm doing over the summer. That's not what this is about. Okay. So spring was a lot. I didn't use it as much. When my 5-year-old starts this in 2 years, right? Because she'll do kindergarten this coming year. When she's 5, 6, she'll do first grade when she's 6, 7. I'll use it again. Probably the exact same way. The only thing I can say that I would maybe do differently is instead of using the fairy tales from the book, using the Wise Enchanter, which has been highly recommended by other people who are Oak Meadow users, instead of this. So this is really focusing on fairy tales, and it was awesome. Nature, awesome. Exercise. Yeah, I'm very happy with Oak Meadow first grade. It was open enough and flexible enough for me to do what I wanted to do. But it had enough of the meat that I could, in my mind, say, okay, well, this is what the point is, and I can make that work. So I really, really liked it. Yeah, that's it. Now we're on to summer. And since there isn't a summer curriculum, there isn't a summer schedule, we're not using this book anymore. 36 weeks and done. Woo! And I'll do another video about summer school because some people do summer, some people don't. I've been looking on the Oak Meadow Families Facebook page. If you're a part of that, there's 2 that I know of. 2 Oak Meadow Facebook groups. Oak Meadow Family, Oak Meadow Homeschooling Families, and Oak Meadow Families, or something like that. And the Oak Meadow Families, I've been noticing a lot of people have been talking about doing schooling during the summer this year. Now, obviously, if you're enrolled in the private school, then you're not doing anything with the curriculum. But I've seen a lot of people, actually, you know what? I've seen it in both Facebook groups. I've seen a lot of people talking about already starting like the next grade, starting 2nd grade in the group that I'm in, or just saying that they're doing summer school in general. So that's exciting to meet people who are doing that, so you can kind of see how they set it up since it's seasons based. So that's all I can say about this for right now. Pretty much, yeah. I'll talk more about summer school later, things like that.